Hello and welcome to busyworksbeats.com. Today we continue the trap series here at busyworksbeats.com/trap. And I'm going to show you how to create a trap track in under 5 minutes. So if you ever get confused, it's okay. You're going to get these project files with the link below the video. So no worries. Let's replace our first instrument by right-clicking. Go to replace. Let's change this out for FL keys. First thing I like to do is turn off detune. I don't want it to sound like an old piano. I'm going to turn off the release for the environment, turn up the decay. I'm not even sure if that does anything, but when I hit a key and let it go, it doesn't have a long tail. It's just short to the point. Let's go to the wrench tool. Now I'm going to use the built-in delay. So if you turn up the feed, there's delay. What I want to do is change the time so it's a little bit faster. So I want to create like a ring, 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 that type of sound. So I'm going to lower the time and also lower the feed. It's right about here, just so we hear that one response. That's all we really need to do. Now for the melody, you want to use a lot of half steps to create a horror-like sound. So let me change the BPM. Let me see what the metronome's looking like. So let's drop it down to 130. Let's right-click, go to piano roll. And let's start at D6 with our melody. Let's drag this out. Now we might have to cut back the delay a little bit. Now I can't break down everything about the melody, but if you look closely, there are a lot of half-step jumps, meaning one note to the note directly next to it. That's what creates the horror-like sound. So now we have that type of pluck. I would like my piano to be more pluck style. So what I'm going to do, this is a little more advanced. We can go to our channel volume, right click, create an automation clip. And I'm just going to zoom in. And also I need to add pattern 1 into the playlist. So for every note, I want the volume to be triangular going down. So let's change our snap to grid to a half step. Let's right click, copy that initial value. Right click to make this a linear decay, and right click, paste it in. Now this is even more advanced for people who are probably used to FL Studio. So again, you don't have to worry about everything I'm doing. Just know that we're controlling the volume using what's called automation. So it overlaps the piano decay time because it's not short enough. I'm going to change the melody a little bit because I don't like it right now. I'm going to also go back to our wrench tool, turn down the feed a bit. Just mess with the feed and the time knobs. I'm not sure where that other sound's coming from, so let me up the decay time of the environment. Give it a little release. Not sure where that clunking noise is coming from, but whatever. This is FL Studio native stuff. Let's go to BusyWorks. Well, let me see what else do we need. Let's add like a high-pitched synth. So let's open up a plugin called GMS. Let's go to Banks, User, Default. Let's keep it on a sawtooth. We're just going to crank up the voices to 4. So we get like a chorus type of sound. Turn up the detune to about 40% or 30% and turn up the stereo width. Now we're going to lower the sustain and increase the release. So we have a nice long tail. Let's go to our filter, change it to HP, which stands for high pass filter, and just lower your cutoff. We want to kind of focus in on those high frequencies. Make this more of a shimmer and give it a little attack. Okay, so now we're going to accent our melody in pattern 2. Let's add this to the playlist. Change our snap to grid back to bar mode. And let's just add something in the background that kind of accents. Now, I don't like the harshness of this, so let me pull the detune higher. And also up the white noise. Let's turn the white noise down a bit. I know I'm going a little fast. So this I can be repetitive because it's going to be in the background anyway. Now this is on track 2, so let's open up in the mixer. Let's open up reverb, turn that up. Now again, it's going to overlap a bit. So what I might do is make 2 different melodies. If you want to be really unique, go to your mixer, pan one right, pan one left. The piano sounds really dry, so let's add some reverb to it. Fruity reverb too, just turn your wet level up. So that's one way you can do it. Now let's go to our browser. I'm not sure how far in the video we are, but you're pretty much done. Now you just got to grab some drums. Let's go to busyworksbeats.com. Let's load up some 808 Science drums from busyworksbeats.com. Let's find an 808 that matches. Let's open up 808 Glucose. Now it needs to be tuned, so let's right click, go to edit. And we have a whole video on tuning. Just type in tuning, BusyWorks Beats. Go to the wrench tool. Let's go to detect pitch regions. This is in G sharp, so let's go back to our envelope. Reset the root note and right click on, on G sharp. So now when we draw in the notes, it matches a little bit better. We have a whole video on it. It goes in much more depth than this. And you're gonna need to know that depth. Let's go back to busyworksbeats.com under the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2. Under Fire Drum Kit, which comes with the bundle, go to the snares. Let's find a nice snare. Let's use snare flames, and let's open up a kick. I'm gonna use kick hot. It's nice and punchy. And let's grab a hi-hat number 3. Now sound design isn't really part of the production, so I usually have sound design laid out, but I wanted to show you where the sounds are coming from. So that doesn't count towards the production time. So really, let's see how far we even are. 16 minutes. Okay, well, I guess this is more than 5 minutes. So anyway, let's add the kick and our snare. On the snare is going on the 3 and the 7, not the 2 and the 4. If you don't know how to count beats, turn on your metronome. Every time the metronome hits, it's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 1, 2, 3. And the 7 is where the snare hits. Very simple kick and snare. I'm not going to take too long to draw it out. Let's go to pattern 4 and let's add our hi-hat rhythm. And you can get creative with your hi-hat rhythm. I'm not going to spend all day on it. Let's pull on the piano a little bit. It's hurting my ear a little bit. Really done. So I'm not sure how long that would take without sound design and sound selection, but we're pretty much done. Now we need to add an 808. So on pattern 5, let's start with our 808. Let's open up the piano roll. Now I'm going to drop it down an octave. I'm going to produce it in a higher octave so we can hear the tone. Now I'm going to add that half step. So let's hit control down to drop everything down an octave. I'm just going to edit the reverb a bit on the piano. I'm also going to have to edit the title of the video. I'm not sure how long this actually took. It said 5 minutes, but honestly with production it only took 5 minutes. Everything else took the time up, which I probably should have had pre, but I wanted to show you how to create the sounds. I'm going to get rid of the synth. Drop the 808 down another octave just to hear it. more of a bouncy trap because of the hi-hats. If you didn't want so much bounce, you would go back to your hi-hats and change up the rhythm. So let me clone the rhythm just to prove how it's the hi-hat is dictating that kind of t-t-t-t. So let me switch out the hi-hats halfway through. Just to prove this is song worthy, I'm actually going to add like a gibberish verse, a gibberish verse, or I might add lyric in the mind of Rick Ross over this, just to show you how you can, the production time was under 5 minutes. And we can make a song in 15 minutes if you were really pumping them out. So thanks for watching today. If you want these project files along with other project files and more free training on trap music, go to busyworksbeats.com/trap. I'll leave a link below the video. You can just click that link to get started. Thanks for watching today. It's busyworksbeats.com.
Rouse, MMG, Maybach News. Feel me? You underdig? Yeah. Whip the white and the beige, off-white with the grays. Gotta free up my time, cause y'all niggas are slaves. 100 M's getting paid, fat boy getting cake. On the road to the riches, niggas turning to snitches. On my way to the money, fat boy lifting honest. If you heard what you said, Paco roll in his grave. Mastermind with my ways, every rapper get paid, every trapper get slayed. I'm just switching my ways.